We are a member, and just a member, a paid member of Second Harvest, which allows us to utilize Second Harvest facilities. But we are independent. We are operated by a board members. Like I say, we are independent. We serve anybody in Bulloch County that's in need of food. Not want to save money on their budget, but actually in need of food. We have two missions. And I keep saying our first mission is to feed the needy, not the greedy. And our second mission is to be good stewards of the food and the money that's donated to us. And I think that's very important, because utilizing those two missions and everything, if we do it successfully, we will always have the support of the community. And that's the only way it exists. If you got 2 or 3 kids, I'm thinking, and I may be wrong on this, I think with a family of 4, the government poverty level is right around $20,000 a year. I would hate to think how many people here in Bulloch County is making less than that. I would estimate, and I don't have the figures, I would estimate that 70% of the children here in Bulloch County is on the free lunch program. And if they're on the free lunch program, that means that their parents are living below the poverty level. Just the fact that we got a free lunch program and a free breakfast program and everything should make people wake up and realize, with all these kids and everything, something ain't right. You know, it's and it's not like the food is not there. I pick up food from a couple of grocery stores that if we didn't pick it up, it would go in the dumpster. This morning we went over and we picked up, I won't mention the name, but we picked up probably 3,000 pounds of food. Most of it was perishable produce, bakery, stuff like that. But if we did not have a volunteer to go over there, a volunteer to pick it up, by 1 o'clock it would have been in one of their trash cans. We still have a couple of stores here in Bulloch County that does that. I used to pick up from them, but one of their region managers decided he did not want to fool with it. So now then, and I used to feed at least 25 families a week out of what I picked up from them 2 stores. I'm not going to mention their name. But now then, they're putting it in their dumpsters. And to make sure that nobody gets in their dumpsters, the dumpsters are connected to the building, and the only way you can get into the dumpsters is from inside the building. So they don't even want people scrounging out of the dumpsters. I think it's a shame and a disgrace that we got people and we got kids that go to bed hungry in this country, in this city, in this town, here in Statesboro, goes to bed hungry. Now, we do not have, and I'll be the first to admit, we do not have the children like they have in Africa and Kenya and all these places with the swollen belly and the flies, but we do have malnutrition. We do have kids that go to bed, maybe get a cold slice of pizza, or maybe a single meal of a pot of beans, or something. They don't have an opportunity to get a balanced meal 3 times a day. We are just very fortunate here in Bulloch County to have these resources. Claxton, and it brings to mind, and Sylvania and Jenkins County, they do not have these big superstores. And the reason we have them in part is because of Georgia Southern, and because that Statesboro is the hub of probably several counties around here, is a shopping hub. You know, like I say, we're just very, very fortunate here in Bulloch County, because I know that a lot of them would just die just to get what I get in one day. But the only reason I can get it, and let me emphasize this, the only reason, as good as the stores are, the only way that this place operates is by volunteers. I have a man that goes to buy low every morning, 7 days a week at 10 o'clock to pick up their food. Not 5 different individuals. Every day, once a week, they're there as regular as clockwork. You can almost set your clock by them. The same way with Walmart. The same way with Nash Finch. You've got to have volunteers to do it. You could not, one man, I could not do it by myself. I could not do it with 4 people. My outreach program, I got 5 ladies that works that outreach program that puts in 45 to 60 hours a week just separating the food and giving it out. Absolutely donate their time because they want to be part of helping people. Evidently, when I have these other counties called up and want to know how we do it, I tell them the first thing you got to do is you got to get people. And they say, well, we can't get nobody to do anything. I'm fortunate here. We got people that really care and really help here in Bulloch County. We got churches that help. Organizations, Kiwanis, for instance. Kiwanis does a big fair once a year. Their first night at their fairgrounds, they knock $1 off their admission tickets for somebody that brings a can of food. I think last year at the fair we probably got about 3,000 cans of food. They also make a monetary donation each year to it. Exchange Club, I think, donates a certain amount. Most of the civic clubs give to us. Georgia Power ambassadors donate on a monthly basis. AARP collects a few cans every time they have a meeting. Yesterday we went over, the GSU staff had a picnic at the rack on Georgia Southern. We went over there and I think they requested everybody to bring 1 can. We went over and I think it was 347 cans just from that one little incident. I don't know how many people they had, but I assume they had at least 347 people showed up for that picnic. But that's the way that's where we operate. Our average donation that comes in here is probably 25 or 30 cans. We do have some big ones like the letter carrier, but for the average citizen it comes in with a Walmart bag, 10 or 15 cans, but if we have enough of them, everybody working together, we can supply the needy here in Bulloch County. What's on this shelf here is a 7-day supply of everything. That's meat, protein, carbohydrates, all according to the government specification. 3 meals a day for each member of the family, so a family of 5 would get the equivalent of 15 meals per day times 7 days of 105 meals in those boxes. When the volunteers come in of a morning, we have a lot of Georgia Southern and community service volunteers. The first thing they do is restock this whole row of items. Everything that's in these nice cases like this comes from Second Harvest. That's the stuff we buy there for 19 cents a pound, which is, I think, if it's a 15-ounce can, it's about $5.08 a case. That's a case of 24. So all the stuff in the nice, neat cases is stuff that we purchase with the money that's donated to us. And that's usually like the SNAP items. These are SNAP. The SNAP is a State Nutritional Assistance Program. On these shelves here is all been donated by the community. About the only thing we purchase here in town is the grits, the meal, and the flour. So we do purchase that from Nash Finch. Most everything else is either donated or purchased from Second Harvest. Obviously, if you take $20 and you go down to Walmart, buy low or Harvest, and you buy food to donate to food bank, you're going to walk out of there with probably a plastic bag. But if you care enough to make a $20 donation to the food bank, we can buy 4 cases of food for the same $20 from Second Harvest. And it's the same price, whether it's meat, whether it's green beans, whether it's corn. It's all sold by the pound. This is some of the meat that we purchased from Second Harvest. This is, when I say meat, this is macaroni and beef, Hoppin' John. This is that's some steel macaroni and beef, spaghetti and meatballs, pulled pork, I think. But this is a meat that goes in those boxes so that they ensure that they have meat. You know, it may not be fresh meat, but it will be meat. And we also have, when people, here beef chili, spaghetti rings. This is an order for 2 people for 7 days. Everything that's in the plastic bags is above and beyond the 7-day supply. So actually she winds up, there's at least 2 weeks worth of groceries here. And he's got one more, he's got another sack of green beans coming up. But I just want to see that when they come here, she's got tea, macaroni and cheese, yogurt, hashed brown potatoes, pizza, whole bag of bananas, chips, marshmallows, orange drink, fruit drink mix, dessert. Who said to put these out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Bread, Subway bread, donuts. Only the 2 boxes here and here is a 7-day supply. Everything else is above and beyond that 7 days. So they get at least.
Okay, and if anybody wants to volunteer or donate, they can come by or call you?
They can come by and call me at any time, and I'll give my cell phone number. And it's 912-682-4144. If it's any way possible and I'm not doing something else, which I do stay pretty busy here, we will even come by and pick up your donation. We'll come by and pick up your check. We will come by to your church or to your organization and explain what the food bank does and how we do it and why they should help support us. That's the whole purpose of just like this video and everything. Let people know what we're doing, and normally people will respond. Nobody likes to see children go hungry, but a lot of times we get busy. We don't drive around. We don't see the poor side of town. We don't drive out in the country and everything and see the run-down old trailers with a family of 7 or 8 in it. The man that cuts their yard and everything, they, don't realize that he's working for minimum wage. We just don't see the poverty that's in this thing, in this county. And it's poverty. It's a shame and a disgrace. And most people, when they become aware of it, will respond to it. Most people will respond to it. There's just something about the American psyche that will respond to somebody in need. And you can see this on all the major catastrophes, Sandy Hook and everything. There's usually a general outpouring. That's because they've been made aware of it. It's on TV. And they're made aware of it, and their heart goes out to it. And that's what we want to do here from this food bank. We want to let the people of Bulloch County know what the situation is here in Bulloch County. And once they know, then I'm positive that this place will last another 25 or 30 years as long as it's needed. And as far as I can tell, it's always going to be needed. Okay, we're located in the old Sally Zetterer School. The physical address is 900 East Jones Avenue. That is the mailing address. For people of Statesboro, the easiest way we tell them to come here is at the corner of Gentilly and Brannan Street. It's the old Sally Zetterauer School at the corner of Gentilly and Brannan Street. Mailing address is 900 East Jones Avenue. And we are in the kitchen and dining room portion of the old school building.